morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to At Center Stage at the NAFEM Show, and a special welcome to our first-time attendees. To provide you with an overview of the NAFEM Show and to help you make the most of your inaugural experience, please welcome NAFEM's Director of Shows, Buffy Levy.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming to the show. Okay, whoops, sorry. Thanks for coming to our session today, an orientation for first-time attendees. I'm Buffy Levy, Show Director of NAFEM. Sorry, okay. Everyone sitting in here in this space today has at least one thing in common. You all are attending the NAFEM show for the very first time. Excellent choice. Great to be here. We're so glad you're here. And I'm wondering how many of you are here, who's here by themselves, no colleague, no nothing, they don't really know anybody here. Okay, great. Well, I'm glad you're here, and this is a chance to also meet some other people so that you can maybe make a buddy, have someone to walk around with, have lunch with, etc. So that's, feel free to stay afterwards for a few minutes, y'all, and just kind of connect and meet some other people. So the main attraction at the NAFEM show is, of course, the over 600 exhibitors on display showing equipment and supplies for the food service industry. But we have really so much more on the show floor for you to see that will be of great interest and will enhance your show experience even more. There are many opportunities for you to learn and engage with all things equipment and supplies while you're here for the next 3 days. The What's Hot, What's Cool new product gallery is always a favorite feature among the NAFEM show attendees. And in fact, we did not have it at the last show, and we heard so much feedback that we brought it back, so highly recommend that you visit this place. Here you'll find 42 of the latest advancements in food service E&S. It's a must-visit space on the show floor to see some of the most innovative solutions emerging on the food service scene today. One suggestion is to maybe take your time early on in the show to go walk around and explore in there so that you then know some of the companies and booths you'd like to go visit afterwards so you can learn more about those products. Those products are not staffed by exhibitors. It's just a self-guided walkthrough. So take a look, take your time, come up with your questions, and then you can go back to the exhibitors' booths to learn more. Of course, we're here right now at Center Stage, the center of education on the show floor. And throughout the next 3 days, we'll have great content from thought leaders in our industry talking about trends and the future of food service. We hope you'll come by here throughout the show, not just right now, to see what's on stage. And also, we're broadcasting this live through other areas of the show floor. We have a number of lounges on the show floor where we're broadcasting, and there's some other monitors just throughout the space. So if you don't have a chance to come all the way back here, but you see something you'd like to watch, there are lots of places you can see it. A complete schedule of every session that we're presenting in here is in the mobile app. So make sure to take a look because we've got some great topics coming up. The NAFEM booth, which is right next door over there, that's kind of our headquarters booth. That's where you can stop by. You can meet our headquarters staff. You can ask questions about NAFEM, questions about the NAFEM show. We also have charging spots, so you can charge your devices if you'd like. And also just a place to just sit down for a minute, maybe plan out what's the next booth you want to visit. Just take a break for a moment, because there's a lot of walking to do. So if you need just a minute, that's a good place to sit down. We also have our Headshot Lounge, which is in booth 4750. You can go there to take a professional headshot during show hours and use it to update your LinkedIn profile. If you're like me, you have one that's already a few years old, so stop by and get a new, fresh one. And I mentioned we have 3 lounges on the show floor where you can relax, sit down, take a break, network, talk to others, meet up with your buddy before you have lunch. That's a good place to just kind of get your bearings and plan ahead. Don't miss the inaugural launch of the U.S. Culinary Open, which is a modern twist on the traditional culinary competition format. It features 12 of America's most talented professional chefs. It's just right over there in that direction. There's a big banner up top. And these 12 chefs are competing for the honor to be awarded the first ever U.S. Culinary Open champion. So that's going to be kind of a fun place to stop by and watch. Training time is tomorrow and Friday, it's the 1 hour before the show opens. It's from 8 to 9, where we offer training for an extra hour of training for attendees with exhibitors. So if you're a dealer, a consultant, or a service agent, and you're looking for an extra hour to meet with some of the exhibitors, that's a good time to do that when the show's not quite as crowded and you have a little extra breathing room to do that. If you are a member of CFESA, FCSI, and FIDA, and all buying groups, your badge automatically has the training time access and you can get in. You don't need to go to registration to update your badge or anything. The NAFEM party is tomorrow night at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Tickets are sold out, so hopefully most or all of you already have tickets to attend. One Republic will be our featured entertainment. We'll look forward to seeing you there tomorrow night. Please know there is no admission without a ticket, and we do not replace lost tickets. So hold on to that like it is gold, because we are sold out. Some on-site details to share with you all. We offer complimentary shuttle service throughout the show between the hotel, almost all the hotels in our block and the convention center. You can see here the names of the hotel, the 3 or 4 or 5 hotels where we don't offer shuttle service because they are within walking distance. So that is the Signia, the Omni, the Embassy Suites, the Hilton Garden Inn, and the Hyatt Place. Now tomorrow night, for the party, we will offer shuttle service from every hotel except for the Omni and the Signia. It truly would take you longer to take a shuttle to get back to those hotels than it would to walk. So for the most part, shuttles are available from everywhere but 5 hotels. Tomorrow night, it's just the 2. We're pleased to provide complimentary Wi-Fi throughout the entire building, compliments of NAFEM. You're going to want to look for the network called 25 NAFEM, and there is no password. We have daily luggage check on a complimentary basis. It's in room B401. So particularly on maybe your last day that you're going to be here, if you're heading right to the airport from here, feel free to drop your bag there. Again, there's no charge, and it'll make it a lot easier for you to head out to the airport without having to go back to your hotel first. We have 2 mother's room locations in the building, and I think I mentioned several times we have charging stations throughout, and we also have wayfinders that are located in each of the lounges. So if you kind of need to get your bearings, there are these big screens, like 40, the size of these monitors that I'm looking at. They're out on the floor. It'll give you an exhibitor list. It'll show you the floor plan. It'll show you the schedule of what's happening in center stage. And it will also give you GPS directions to the next booth you want to go to. So if you're having any trouble figuring out where you are, because this is a big space, that will help guide you. Are any of you participating in our hosted buyer program? Okay, all right, welcome. Glad that you're here. So if you are here for that, you're going to want to make sure you check into the lounge every day to get your meeting card so you can do your log your exhibitor meetings and then turn them in at the end of the day. And a reminder that breakfast, lunch, and snacks are available in that lounge throughout the day. Some resources we have to help make your experience smooth, easy, and find the information that you need. Of course, one of the most important things you can do if you haven't done so already is download our show app. You just go to Apple Store, Google Play, search on NAFEM. You can see that pink little box. That's what the icon looks at. If you don't do anything else that I'm talking about here today, download that app because it will really help you with everything you need. Within the app, as I said, you can find just about anything you need. So you can find the exhibitor list, the floor plan, all the products that are in What's Hot, What's Cool. You can find them there in a separate section. We have a full schedule of events, full list of all the education that's going on in here throughout the 3 days. In addition to What's Hot, What's Cool, which is our new product gallery, every exhibitor at the show is also able to feature one new product of their own in the new product gallery. So in addition to the ones that are in What's Hot, What's Cool, which was the whole application process and submission and approval, you also can see what every exhibitor has on display that they're promoting as new. Shuttle bus schedule, general information, local information. So if you're not sure where you want to go for dinner or maybe you want to go out tonight, there's an icon on there that will help you find some places that you can spend your time when you're not at the show. And then, of course, our social media channels, and there's actually more, but that's enough on that list. So the feature you probably will use the most is the exhibitor list. So you see here, that's the blue icon. You click on that, and this will take you to a full exhibitor list where you can either search by company name, or if there's a certain product that you're looking for, you can search for that product, and it will tell you which exhibitors make that product, what booths they're in, so you can go find them. Once you select a specific company that you want to go see, or just want to get some information about, it will share with you all the information that they've uploaded to the app, all the information they want you as an attendee to be aware of. So you can take notes in the profile, so you remember things. If you went to their booth and you want to make a note of something you saw for future reference, that'll be there. You can mark them as a favorite, or if you walk by to a booth and they're too busy, but you want to make sure you come back, you can mark it so you don't forget to stop by. You can mark them as saved so you can keep track of all the companies that you visited while you were here. So it's a really good tool to use to keep track of what you want to see, what you saw, maybe what you didn't get to see. So by the last day, you maybe kind of run around and make sure to capture some of those last visits. So in the show app, there are a couple other icons I want to mention. There's the My Show Planner. There's an image of that here. My Show Planner is where you're going to go in and you're going to kind of assign the app to yourself. You're going to make it yours so that it knows who you are. It's going to ask you for your badge ID so that it knows your name. You can add sessions to a planner, and also when you go, you'll be able to use the networking feature. So if you want to chat with other people that are here, find people, the only way to do that is if you have a profile set up in My Show Planner. So once you set up the planner, again, you can add things to your schedule. But then, possibly more important, you can use the networking icon where you can search for other people that are here that have made themselves public in the app. You can reach out to them, maybe an old friend, maybe someone from a company you're looking for. So that's a really great way to network and connect with people while you're here. And you want to make sure in the networking settings of the networking icon, you select yes for chat with attendees. Otherwise, your profile will not be public. And of course, if you don't want it public, then you don't click yes. So while you're here at the show, there are two ways to connect with exhibitors for post-show follow-up. One is the traditional exhibitor badge scanning lead retrieval. So that's when you go into a booth, they have a scanner on their phone, they scan your badge, they maybe take some notes about you, about your conversation, they can send you information for follow-up. But we also have something new this year called attendee-driven lead retrieval. And that is where you actually are in charge of driving the lead scanning. So you'll walk around, you'll see an exhibitor's booth, there's a little like lucite placard, and it's got I have the picture on here, sorry, where it says scan for info. You see what that looks like. So they have them in their booth. And if you walk by and you want information about them, maybe you're on your way and you don't have time to stop, maybe you don't want to talk to someone, but you actually do want some information, you can scan that QR code, and that will put information in your portal. So again, you can go back and reference. You can see what the exhibitor has posted up there. But also, it lets the exhibitor know that you're interested, and they can follow up with you afterwards. To do that, it is a separate app. The app is called ADLR, Attendee Driven Lead Retrieval. So if you go into the Apple Store, Google Play, search that, download it. Again, this is one where you'll have to tell it your badge number, which is on your badge. It should say badge ID with a number. That is so the app knows who you are, so it can tell the exhibitor who you are, and you know who you connected with. If you don't download that now, the first time you take just your regular phone and go up to one of these QR codes, it will actually take you to the app to download first. So don't worry if you don't get it done now. Really, all you need to do to start the process is go up to one of these sheets that says scan for info and scan it. NAFEM has social accounts on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. So we hope you'll follow us while you're at the show. We'll be posting lots of cool, fun things that are happening. And please, we encourage you to post your own photos on your social channels using our hashtag, the NAFEM Show and NAFEM25. Let everybody back home know why they need to come next time, that they missed something big. Please help us get the word out on social more and more about the NAFEM Show. And then while you're here, if you need any help, there's a couple places you can get that. One is probably the show app is the best place to look for information. The NAFEM booth next door, we have people in there throughout the show. We're happy to help you with anything you need. And then we have our chatbot, Ginger. We have the QR code up here as well. If you scan that and text hi to that phone number or just scan the QR code, you can ask Ginger questions throughout the show if you have them. She should have most of the information that you're looking for in terms of hours, where to find this, where to find that. A couple pieces of information just about Atlanta in general. There are few ways to find great places to dine while you're in Atlanta. I mentioned that a little bit, but first and foremost here, while you're at the show, if you'd like some options to have lunch, if you go into the app under Show Info, there's then a tile that says, I think it says concession locations or food and beverage locations, but there's a map that shows you what's available and what type of concept is available at each of these options. So if you don't want to just eat what you come upon, you can kind of search out maybe what you'd like to eat more than just, again, what you walk upon. And as far as dinner, talked about there's the mobile app. There's some opportunities to look for places there. But we also have a restaurant. We have help from the Discover Atlanta. That's the Convention and Visitors Bureau. They are staffed up at the top of B Halls when you walk in at our big NAFEM info desk. We've got people there who know the city inside and out. They can help you find a restaurant. They can make a reservation for you. They can really answer any questions you have about Atlanta in general. So take advantage of that. Okay, I ran through that fast. I'm going to get you guys off and running onto the show floor faster than you expected. But if there are any questions, I'd be happy to take them. Make sure you're off in the right direction. Know what you need to know. Nope. Well, thank you again very much for coming to the show. We're so happy to have you. Thanks for taking a few minutes to get your bearings and enjoy the show. Thank you.